We've reached the last day of Tips from the Top. It's day 30. And I don't know about you, but my biggest takeaway is that it starts with me. That's not always an easy thing to hear, but nobody else is in charge of my time. Nobody else is in charge of my mindset. It's my job. So here's what I want you to do as you look back at these last 30 days. Number one, I want you to make sure that you keep up with all of these videos. Save the link somewhere, because I promise you, someone on your team is going to come up to you and say something like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to balance my time. And you're going to think, hey, I've got a couple of videos for you. Someone else is going to say to you, I don't really understand what I need to be doing better with recruiting. And you'll have an answer. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, do you want to be the kind of person that has things happen to them, or do you want to be the kind of person that makes things happen? I even inspire myself saying it like that, because I want to be intentional. I want to be the kind of person that has a strength of spirit. I don't want to be someone that's a victim of circumstance. I really do want to grow. And it actually makes me so hopeful that any area that I've looked at in self-reflection or completing those action items, I know that I have the ability to turn the tide. I have the ability to do better. And when I do better, the beauty of it is it helps other people to do better. So I want you to think about the word look. I want you to look at yourself. I want you to look at your business, and I want you to look at other people. So when you look at yourself, it's very easy for shame, for less than feelings to come into play. It's really easy for you to think, oh, I'm just not good enough. But that's not the time for that. We're not looking at ourselves in that way. Instead, I want you to look at yourself and take an inventory. Is it that you're struggling a little bit with belief? Maybe you're struggling a little bit with commitment. It could be that you are in true burnout and you are working from sun up to sun down and setting a bad example for your team. Whatever it is, when you look at yourself, look at what you're doing so right and look at what you're doing so wrong, and know that nothing is permanent. There's no dead ends. There's no closed doors. Your growth is infinite. You can continue to get better and stronger. And then I want you to look at your business. Do you see a weak link? Is there a place in your duplication that's just not quite working? Maybe recruiting is low. Maybe your retention is just terrible. Whatever it is, be honest. Look at it with clear eyes, but look at it with hopeful eyes, knowing that you can learn and grow. Things are always fixable. Things are always figure outable, like Brittany Howard said. And then finally, I want you to look at others. And I know I say that and you go, oh, Jennifer, P.S., have you not heard that comparison is the thief of joy? And I'm going to say to you, incorrect. Comparison is a lovely tool. Envy and jealousy, not so much, but comparison allows me to look at people that are doing the do, people that I want to be like, people that are accomplishing and achieving the things that I want to say that I'm accomplishing and achieving. And when I compare myself to them, I know where it is that I need to grow. And so I ask you, go look at the blueprints, go look at the footprints of people that are walking in the shoes that you want to walk. Go look at successful people. And I want you to take the time to take an inventory of what they're doing. I think you might laugh a little because you'll realize, well, they don't actually have it all figured out. And there's a couple of mistakes they made. But what you'll find across the board is that they continue to remember that it starts with them. Again, they don't want things to happen to them. They want to make things happen. So I appreciate each one of you staying plugged in and contributing comments and action items all along the way. It's exciting to know that together as a community, we grow and we learn from each other. So I'm excited to do this again in the future. And I'm excited to hear more feedback in the months to come of the things that you learned and the actions that you took to become the very best leader, ambassador, friend, sideline, upline that you can be. Thanks again.